Plant FAQs, Philodendron Dark Lord. See more 623 species in genus Philodendron at monsteraholic.com. Philodendron Dark Lord versus Royal Queen. My Dark Lord has these incredible, long, almost spade-shaped leaves with a dramatic, pointed tip. The new growth emerges as stunning burgundy, deepening to a rich, almost black as it matures. The Royal Queen, on the other hand, has these wonderfully round, slightly heart-shaped leaves that feel softer and more delicate. It's a beauty too, but in a more classic, elegant way. I love the drama of the Dark Lord, but the Royal Queen feels more welcoming. Philodendron Bloody Mary versus Dark Lord. These two are close cousins. The Bloody Mary's leaves are a fascinating mix of deep burgundy and emerald green, like someone spilled wine on a dark canvas. The Dark Lord, however, holds a more consistent, almost metallic black-green hue. While both are stunning, the Dark Lord's uniform darkness makes a bolder statement in my plant shelf. Talk about a battle of darkness. Both have that coveted near-black foliage, but the Dark Knight's leaves feel thicker, almost leathery. The Dark Lord, on the other hand, has a more delicate, almost velvety texture. This difference in texture adds another layer of interest to my collection. The Dark Knight provides a stoic presence, while the Dark Lord offers a touch of elegance. Philodendron Dark Lord versus Black Cardinal. This might be the trickiest comparison yet. Both have that inky black foliage that plant enthusiasts crave. However, Philodendron Black Cardinal's leaves tend to be a tad smaller and more rounded than the Dark Lord's. The Dark Lord also seems to grow slightly faster in my experience, filling out its pot quicker. Philodendron Dark Lord versus Majesty. The Majesty throws some unexpected twists into the dark foliage game. Its leaves have a similar deep green base, but they often develop stunning variegation, patches of creamy white or light green. While the Dark Lord offers a classic, uniform darkness, the Majesty's unpredictable beauty adds a unique charm to my collection. Philodendron Dark Lord versus Red Emerald. This isn't even a close call. Philodendron Red Emerald, while pretty, leans more towards a burgundy with hints of emerald. The Dark Lord, on the other hand, achieves that near-black perfection I crave. The Red Emerald might be a good choice for someone who wants a pop of color, but for me, the Dark Lord reigns supreme in the realm of dark foliage. How to care for Dark Lord Philodendron. Here's a guide on how to care for your Philodendron Dark Lord. Light, bright, indirect light. This is ideal for maintaining the dark, rich color of the leaves. Direct sunlight can scorch the leaves, so avoid harsh afternoon sun. East or north-facing windows. These provide suitable lighting conditions. If lacking sufficient natural light, supplement with grow lights positioned a few feet away from the plant. Watering. Water thoroughly when the top inch of soil dries out. Sticking your finger into the soil is a good way to check moisture levels. Avoid overwatering. This can lead to root rot. Philodendrons are more tolerant of underwatering than overwatering. Frequency. Watering frequency will vary depending on factors like pot size, light conditions, and temperature. During spring and summer growing season, you might water once a week, while less frequent watering is needed in winter. Soil. Well-draining potting mix. A loose, aerated mix is crucial to prevent root rot. Look for a commercial aeroid mix or create your own by combining potting soil, perlite, and orchid bark for good drainage. Fertilizer. Moderate feeding. Feed your Dark Lord Philodendron a balanced fertilizer diluted to half strength during the growing season, spring and summer. Apply it monthly or every other month. Avoid over-fertilizing, which can cause foliage burn. Humidity. Moderate humidity is preferred. While it can tolerate average household humidity, it thrives in slightly higher levels. You can increase humidity by using a pebble tray with water, a humidifier, or grouping plants together. Temperature. Warm temperatures. Aim for temperatures between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 27 degrees Celsius. Avoid placing your plant near cold drafts or vents. Support, optional. Moss pole or trellis. As your Dark Lord Philodendron grows, it can climb. Provide a moss pole or trellis for it to climb and achieve a bushier appearance. Pruning, optional. Minimal pruning required. You can prune to control size or remove leggy growth. Prune during the growing season using sharp, sterile pruners. You can also propagate trimmings to create new plants. Additional tips. Repotting. Repot your Dark Lord Philodendron every 2 to 3 years or when the roots outgrow the current pot. Choose a pot with drainage holes that's only slightly larger than the root ball. Cleaning leaves. Wipe leaves occasionally with a damp cloth to remove dust buildup and allow for better light absorption. How to propagate Dark Lord Philodendron. You can propagate your beautiful Dark Lord Philodendron using 2 main methods: stem cuttings or stem cuttings with aerial roots. Both methods are successful, so you can choose the one that best suits the available material on your plant. Propagation by stem cuttings. Materials: sharp pruners or shears. Well-draining potting mix suitable for aeroids. Consider adding perlite or orchid bark for extra drainage. Small pots, 2 to 3 inches. Transparent container, optional, for creating a mini greenhouse. Rooting hormone, optional. Steps. Select a healthy stem. Choose a healthy, mature stem with at least 2 to 3 nodes, the bump where a leaf meets the stem. Look for a non-flowering stem with firm green color. Make the cut. Using your sharp pruners, make a clean cut just below a node. Aim for a cutting length of at least 4 to 6 inches. Optional. Remove bottom leaves. You can remove the bottom pair of leaves from the cutting to expose the node for better root development. Optional. Rooting hormone. If using rooting hormone, dip the cut end of the stem in the powder, tapping off any excess. Planting. Fill your pots with the well-draining potting mix. Make a small hole in the center with your finger and insert the node of the cutting, ensuring it's in contact with the soil. Watering. Water the pot lightly to settle the soil around the cutting. Avoid overwatering. Placement. Here, you have 2 options. Open pot method. Place the pot in a location with bright, indirect sunlight. You can use a humidity tray, a tray with pebbles and water, keeping the pot bottom above the water level, to increase humidity around the cutting. Mini greenhouse method. Optional. Place the pot inside a transparent container, like a plastic cloche or a clear container with ventilation holes, to create a mini greenhouse environment with high humidity. Rooting. It can take several weeks for roots to develop. Signs of successful rooting include new growth appearing at the top of the cutting. Transplanting. Once the roots are well established, usually 4 to 6 weeks, you can remove the transparent container, if used, and harden off the new plant by gradually introducing it to lower humidity. Then, transplant it to a larger pot or your desired location in your home. Propagation using stem cuttings with aerial roots. If your Dark Lord Philodendron has existing aerial roots, fuzzy white bumps, along the stem, you can take advantage of them for even faster and more successful propagation. Select a stem cutting with aerial roots. Choose a healthy stem section that has at least 1 aerial root and at least 1 node above the aerial root. Make the cut. Using your sharp pruners, cut just below the node below the aerial root. This ensures the aerial root is included in the cutting. Planting. Follow steps 5 to 9 mentioned in the stem cuttings method above. The aerial root should readily develop further roots in the potting mix. Additional tips. Use sterile tools to prevent introducing diseases. Consider using a heat mat to promote faster root development, optional for both methods. Be patient. Propagation can take time, so don't be discouraged if you don't see results immediately.